Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, this is Wills from What's to East. In this video I'm going to show you how to prepare one of my favorite dishes, the chicken porridge. It's actually probably the first dish that I've ever learned how to make, so I don't know why I haven't showed you how to make this yet, but anyways, this is the video. So as you'll see, this is very simple. It's something that you put together when you don't have time and you have nothing left in the fridge. But it's still awesomely great and very tasty, even if it doesn't look like much like most porridges. So that's it. Now we're gonna move on to the ingredients. Okay, so here's the ingredients for this dish. Obviously some chicken, so some white chicken breasts is the main ingredient, and other than that you'll need some flour to make it more thick, oil, butter, a chicken stock, an egg, and the spices is paprika, black pepper, and salt. So pretty simple, but that's it. So first part of the preparation, you take a large cooking pan like that, you add your chicken meat in it together with the chicken stock. You fill it with about 500 milliliters of water per chicken breast that you use. So in this case I'm going to use about 1 liter of water, more or less. You put it on the stove to cook, to boil. Once it boils, lower the heat and leave it boiling for about 30 minutes. And then take out the chicken, you leave it to cool off, and then I'll show you what to do with it. Okay, so the chicken is now ready. I've put it in this box for it to cool. I'm gonna leave it, and I'm gonna wait for it to be cool enough to be touched by hand and manipulated, because what we have to do is break it apart by using our hands. So it can take a while. It's important not to burn yourself, so just take your time. And also don't throw away the juice, because we're gonna need it for the next part. So that's it for now, and see you in a bit when this is cool enough to treat. Okay, and I'm back. Now the chicken is ready. It's cooler, so as you can see there's no problem in touching it. Now this part is the hardest part of this recipe. Actually, it takes it takes a little bit of time. It's not hard at all to do it, but what you need to do is break the chicken. I don't know how to call it, really shred it with your hands into pieces like that, or smaller. Now the thing is that white chicken meat comes apart in little pieces like that, which look I don't know, like that. So it's very easy. You just take a large chunk, and following the length of the meat, you just pull it and it comes apart like this, see? So you just have to do this with all the meat. Just use a box or something to store it. Now just make sure that the pieces are not too big and not too small either, so this is fine. This is too big. So just do this, and then we'll move on. Alright, here we are. So it's time for the final part of the preparation. Here I've put a little bit of oil and some butter to melt, and once this is done I'm gonna start adding the rest of the ingredients. Alright, so time to add the flour now. So slowly add it and keep stirring all the time. You will obtain a little thick paste with it. Now the goal is to keep stirring it and let it cook a while until it becomes all thick, dryish, and with a nice golden color. So you'll see how it works. I think this should do it. It's starting to get brown a little bit, so lower the heat a little and add the paprika now. Keep stirring it. You notice that this recipe requires an awful lot of stirring. This is to make sure that it doesn't burn. Even if you're using a nice frying pan like that, it can always burn. So now I'm gonna add all the meat. Stir it with the basic mixture, and now I'm gonna start adding some of the juice from the boiling pot here. Not add it all at once. You should add a little bit a couple of times until you run out. This is why you add a certain amount of water at the start to boil, because you want your juice to be concentrated and not too much, because if it's too much you can't use all of it or it will take forever to finish. So when you add the juice, stir it, and once it dries out and becomes all thick, add some more. As you can see, at first this is very fast. See, it's getting all sticky. So I'm just gonna add some more right now. And mix it again. The heat of your stove should be high, but not to the maximum level. Just it should almost boil or lightly boil. You can add some salt now. Not add too much, because the chicken stock is salty. You can always taste it and add some more later, so just this is the first salt. And keep adding this until you're out of cooking juice. Okay, so this is almost ready now. I've added all the cooking juice and I've let it thicken up a bit. It's still not completely ready because it needs to be thicker than this, but it's now time to lower a little bit the heat and add the egg, because it will also make it a little bit more liquid, so it takes a little bit of time to cook. So break the egg and try to stir it in circle motions like that, so it will make some sort of threads of egg white inside the dish. You can probably see them forming up. This is the egg white that coagulates, I guess. So you do this, add some freshly ground black pepper, as much as you want. That should do it. And keep stirring a little bit more until you obtain the desired thickness of the dish. Now I'll show you when it's done, but basically it has to be a little bit thicker than this, but not all that much, so it's basically ready now. Just gonna leave it for a couple of more minutes here, keep stirring, and that's it. Okay, so we're done with the chicken porridge. Here you can see the final consistency, the thickness of it. So as I said, it might not look like much, but it's one of the best, one of my favorite dishes ever. So hope you like it, and see you soon at What's to Eat.